All right, now one of the things about owning the dealership is what's called taking calculated risks, right? And that's the importance of having arbitration policies in place at auction. So if you're kind of starting your own dealership out, this is Manheim's auction, and they have a arbitration policy, which I actually enjoy. I like. I know it can be wishy-washy. I'm dealing with some bull crap on one right now, but overall, it's pretty fair policy. And for example, I bought this 2013 Dodge Charger RT Max green light, which means that, you know, it should have no issues at all. And this is what it sounded like when I arrived at my lot. Alright, so for those of you that don't know, it's not a diesel. It should not sound like that. It is a very bad tick. It's probably the lifters, and it's a Hemi engine, so this is just going to be one of those things that happen. Now, the thing is, I bought a green light. I get it to return it, so I'm going to take it, send it back to Manheim. It is a headache, you know. You got to deal with sending it back. You got to deal with, you know, sending your bills of sale in there, getting refunded for that, following up on arbitration, making sure they're doing their job. You know, they're great people and everything. They're probably really busy. They just take some time. But overall, you know, this is one of those things where you're like, hey, if this had worked out, you know, this is a pretty quick seller. They're fairly popular vehicles, and these kind of cars, you know, you can kind of flip and make a couple bucks. You know, I was into the car. I think after transport, everything that I was going to do to the car would put me somewhere around like $9,000 to $9,500, and I was going to retail it around like $11,000 to $12,000. It's not a huge banger, but you know, you sell 10 of those in a month, and you know, you got 20, 25 grand sitting in your pocket. But all in all, that's why it's important to make sure that you understand the lights at the auction and what they mean and what your rights are in terms of arbitration and how you're buying your vehicle, because taking them as is or yellow light is a greater risk if you don't know what you're doing or getting your hands into.